to get into the next game. We're going to get into Michigan USC. Now, I don't know what to make of Michigan. This is Michigan's second loss of the season. I watched Michigan against Nebraska. They were able to open up their offense. We see them against Oklahoma. They looked like they just weren't trying to lose the game, had Bryce Underwood in handcuffs. And then against USC now, they get dominated. So I don't really know what to make of this Michigan team. Can this Michigan team sneak into the college football playoffs? Maybe. Again, you never want to count them out against Ohio State, but it's just not looking like the year they're going to beat Ohio State. Even though I don't want to say that because we've seen recent history with this Michigan team, but this USC team, I feel like flat out dominated them in all facets. I think USC played their best game of the season by far. And I think for this Michigan team, when you are not able to stop the run against Lincoln Riley, along with any team that doesn't stop the run against Lincoln Riley, you are in deep, deep trouble. Because Lincoln Riley, I have said it time and time again, why Lincoln Riley has not been successful in recent years is because he hasn't had a run game. Lincoln Riley is one of the best play callers, if not the best play caller in college football from an offensive standpoint. And when he has a run game, oh my God, he could completely dominate you. Now, I was concerned because we saw Waymon Jordan leave this game. So I was like, they lose their top running back. Are they going to be able to run the football? King Miller absolutely stepped up, MVP of this game. He has 18 carries for 158 yards and a touchdown. And it got to a point in this game with King Miller where Michigan just looked tired. Like when they would stretch it on the outside, they were picking up chunk plays. We see King Miller's long of 49 yards. And again, it just opens up the pass game. Jaden Mayava had an interception that I thought in the red zone. Another example that of what could have been a momentum shifter. A guy that has to know in this big matchup that you just need to take three when nothing's there. He gives it to Michigan, but again, Michigan cannot get anything going. Jaden Mayava did play really well, though, in this game. Has 265 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Makai Lemon, again, one of the best players in the nation. He played really well with 9 receptions, 93 yards, and a touchdown. Jacoby Lane also gets a touchdown in this game as well. You saw in this game the differences of the complete difference of two offenses, like a Michigan team that relies pretty much, I'm not going to say solely on the run game, but 80% of their offense works on the run game. And when you saw a USC team that when they get the ball running, it also opens up the pass game for them. Like you were talking about, a USC team just has a ton of more weapons than Michigan, and a team that when they put up big points on the board, when Michigan is playing from behind, they are not going to win the football game. When you look at Michigan, I knew they were pretty much done. Not only how USC came out in this game, but also because Justice Haynes does get injured in this game. Jordan Marshall has 68 yards in this game, but Justin Haynes is the best player on this offense right now for this football team. I know the talent of Bryce Underwood is there, but Justice Haynes is the best player on this football team. He has, again, when Michigan wins, he has long runs for them. He gets injured right away for this Michigan team. They really can't get the run game going, and they are playing from behind. Bryce Underwood, again, a game where he kind of looks like he's playing with handcuffs. A guy that looks better when he's on the run, which is a little weird to me. Also, the thing with Michigan and this Bryce Underwood team, like they're very good in the quick passing game, but they have no deep threats, in my opinion. Big play passing plays. Now, I do like Donovan McCulley. I said that Andrew Marsh had a spectacular game, though, 138 yards and a touchdown, but you still see this Michigan team be pretty one-dimensional. Now, I think under Bryce Underwood 4 years to come, as he develops, his Michigan team is going to be more of a threat passing the ball. But when you play a USC team that is able to run the football against you and can open up the passing game with 2 NFL receivers, you just have too much. You're going up against too much talent and an offense where this Michigan team is not going to win a shootout. Their defense didn't come to play. They let up like this huge run game, like I keep on mentioning, and they just have too many weapons on the outside USC for Michigan to compete. This Michigan team got completely dominated on both sides of the ball, on offense, on defense, completely dominated. Lincoln Riley feasted in this game. USC moves up to 5-1, and you're talking about a USC team now that has the possibility of making the college football playoffs as well if they just handle what's in front of them. They do play Oregon, which is going to be a tough game. They play Nebraska next week. Notre Dame, that could be tough games as well. Do I predict this team to make the college football playoffs? No. Would I be surprised if they are there? No, I wouldn't be surprised at all either. But again, This Michigan team, I truly worry if they're going to compete in college football, be able to make a college football playoff run with just the handcuffs they have on Bryce Underwood. We've seen now for the second matchup in a row where it looks like their offense is completely limited, where they're relying on the run game, and you're not going to be able to do that against these top offenses that could beat you in a multitude of ways on offense when you flat out can't. And this is the difference. We said this in the Alabama Missouri game. We said this in like a multitude of games so far. When you see these teams where you get high on right away the first 5 weeks, beating against opponents, that they should beat, and then they get into a game where their run game is shut down, and you got to beat a team in a variety of different ways. This is the difference and the gap between college football playoff teams. Not even saying USC is a college football playoff team, but this is the gap of being a college football playoff team and just being a good team in college football. We see Michigan have complete limitations on their offense, and it showed in this game. And I'm going to say it right now. Like I said, Lincoln Riley is one of the best play calls in college football. He has the talent on this offense. But if he is able to consistently get this run game going, this USC team could score points with anybody. Again, I have the biggest question mark on their defense. I believe they lost the game to Illinois that was very, very winnable. And it was because of their defense. Their defense could not stop a lick in that game. Their defense could not get to Luke Altmaier. But if their defense plays like this, and could hold a team to under 20 points, USC is going to win every game they play pretty much because their offense has so much talent. It's their defense again. And I don't know because their remaining schedule is pretty tough. If they could get out of this with 2 losses and make the college football playoffs, because I don't think they're going to be a team that gets the first bid. But that's why that Illinois game was such a big game for them, a game where they were 7-point favorites. Like they need to have that win because their remaining schedule is kind of tough.